Alright, so all three of these lead down the road to one single thing. Okay, alright. Can I get everybody's attention?
Probably not.
Alright, we're going to start the announcements in the Going Deeper section of this program now. Announcements we have next week. We have a little bit of a hiccup because I got invited to go to the District Blitz Conference at the E3 Church as a chaperone.
Up in Duluth, baby.
Yeah, that's up in Duluth, which that means I'm going to be gone Friday. So the options here is, I don't want to be closed next week because that's just lame. No. If you guys would be open to coming like Thursday night or Tuesday night. All right, cool. So Thursday we're going to be open instead of Friday next week. So put that in your calendars. All right, I see like 10 people with their phones. All right, hold up your phones if you got them. Hold them up, waving like you just don't care. Alright, now take your phone and enter in your phone on your calendar that Loft 180 is on Thursday night instead of Friday. Okay? Next week.
Is it going to be the same time?
Yeah, and then we're going to change the time up because it's a school night, so we're just going to go 6 to 9. And I'll send out notifications wherever I can. So, should be on Facebook, website, Instagram, and somewhere else. Any other? Okay. The other announcement is that we're short on volunteers. We're short on money. So we might be coming to the end of having Loft 180 up here, unless I get more supporters and more volunteers. So yeah. So just be aware that things might be coming to a close, but we'll see how God works and if people come together and want to support this place. So which is part of the reason why I'm doing the YouTube videos, to try to get more exposure for this place, to get more support and all that stuff. Alright, so that's the end of my announcements, right? So we have a no phone rule. So once you're done putting your next week's date in your phone, shut it off. And I better not see it anymore, okay?
Life is a highway.
Alright, let's just get started with the Going Deeper. And I'm going to trust that you guys can all follow the rules and that you can all do subscribe to the 3 warnings. The look, the move, and the remove. Alright, so raise your hand if you like Despicable Me or the Minions. I really love them. They make me laugh a lot. Alright.
Are we ready?
This is a scene from Despicable Me 2. We got most of the lights off. And pull the slideshow up. Thanks, Justin. Alright, you're going to find out in a moment. So I'm going to ask you some questions here. Alright, what are some choices that you've made that had accidental consequences? Kind of like these minions, they chased after an ice cream truck and they accidentally got sucked up into the truck.
I jumped off my bed last night and almost broke my leg.
Jumped off your bed and almost broke your leg.
Yeah, I was mad.
Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did you? No.
I landed on my side table and I didn't flip on it. My leg still hurts.
Don't make it worse.
It comes off again.
Alright. So we chase after fun and get sucked up into bad consequences, right? So we're going to say that there's like 3 categories of consequences. Wait, is there? No, we're going to say that people fit into 3 categories. Alright, so we got alright, hit the slide, Justin. Alright, so we have the first lane. So the first category of people is the people that are defensive. And they say, yeah, that's what they want you to think about drugs. It's my body, I'll do with it.
The
With
consequences
the consequences later. So, yeah, we're still on the topic of drugs and alcohol, right? So, some people are defensive about it, and they say things like that. What does it mean to be defensive? Raise your hand if you know what it means to be defensive. Annabelle.
To protect yourself in a semi-aggressive, assertive way.
Alright, to protect yourself in a semi-assertive, aggressive way. We gotta, I agree. Alright. Alright, so have you guys met anybody that's been kind of that way towards drugs? Defensive about drugs? You're like, yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, you guys can think about drugs what you want. At school they teach us all these things about how drugs screw up your body, but I'm not gonna believe it.
I know somebody, but I don't.
Oh, I know times you actually thinking that. I was like,
No. Alright, so maybe if you know people like that. Alright, now hit the next slide. So we got the second category of people, the people that are in denial. Alright, so what does denial mean?
you would insist, like, no, I've never done drugs. No.
Yeah, you say no, you're...
Clean kid.
To be unaccepted. Or unaccepting.
unaccepting? Anybody else got answers for what denial means?
What I do, just kidding.
Denying yourself,
So,
denying what you actually did.
yeah, you're denying what you actually did. So it's like...
Oh, I never did that, but yet behind everybody's back, yeah, I do all the time.
Yeah, right. You say, oh, I never do that. That never happens to me. That'll. Alright, so hit the slide there, Justin. I can stop anytime. Drugs don't really cause brain damage.
Me!
So, yeah. Okay, alright, hit the slide again. The third category of people when it comes to drugs are delusional. Alright, who knows what delusional means?
Insane.
Noah.
Crazy or don't know what they're doing.
Crazy or don't know what they're doing. Alright, any other definitions for delusional?
Don't listen.
Kind of.
I don't know.
Alright, yeah, you.
Just kind of thinking a certain way about something that's contradictory to what it really does.
Yeah, thinking a certain way that's contradictory to what it actually is. So, drugs are the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love to party and I'm never going to stop.
Hey.
Alright, so you're delusional. You're like, yeah, drugs aren't going to hurt me. Like, I'm invincible and I love to party, so I'm just going to keep doing it, even though it's probably not the best thing. Alright, so all 3 of these lead down the road to one single thing.
Self-destruction.
Yeah, destruction.
Kaboom.
Alright.
Kabam.
So no matter what your thoughts or your feelings are about drugs, if you do drugs, it's going to lead to destruction. So the Bible has another word, another D word, for describing someone who pretends that they can avoid the consequences. So as much as you think that you might be able to get away from the consequences, here's what the Bible says. Do not be deceived, that big D word. God will not be made a fool, for a person will reap what they sow. What does it mean to reap what you sow? That's an agricultural comment there. All right, Justin.
Sowing is like planting seeds and reaping is harvesting. So what you do now may or may not come back to bite you in the butt later.
Your booty hole.
Yeah. So what you plant is what grows, and what grows is what you harvest. So if you plant a watermelon, and a watermelon grows, that's what you get to reap. If you plant we'll say a bush of kale, I don't know if that's the right terminology, then kale is what you get. So you might get something that's nutritious and maybe not taste that good, or you might get something that's full of water and is very sweet, depending on what seed you plant. Right? And so that's the way it is with our actions. If we do drugs, it's going to lead to destruction, and you're going to reap the destruction, right? All right. Oh, and I skipped over a question. So what does deceive mean? Who knows what deceive means?
Lie.
Lie to?
Deceiving.
To be in the wrong mindset.
Be in the wrong mindset, kind of.
Like getting something wrong in someone's head. Like something that's not true or something.
Yeah, it's trickery.
Well, somebody gonna do something and not really doing it.
Yeah, telling someone you're going to do something, but you don't actually do it. Or I like the abbreviation BS, or someone BS you.
That's a fun game.
Sometimes I can talk really smart and make people believe things that aren't true, and that's deceiving people. Alright, so it says God cannot be deceived, right? And you're going to reap what you sow. Alright, hit the next slide. Oh wait, that is the next slide. Alright, so here's another verse from the Bible. And we have, stop sinning or something worse may happen to you. So, this is one of the things Jesus said, I believe. And he said it, he's like, if you're going to keep doing what you're always doing, something worse is going to happen. Like, you think it's bad now because of your choices? Well, if you keep making those same choices, it's going to get worse. And Jesus was saying that for our own benefits, to try to show us that we can't keep doing what we've always been doing, especially if it's going to lead down to a road of destruction, right? Alright, what's the last slide? Exit.
Take the offering.
Okay, I forgot about this part of the deal, but so it's supposed to tell a story, or have someone tell a story about how they may have done drugs or alcohol and how it led down to a road of destruction, or maybe just made poor choices in general. Now, I can honestly say that I've never done any drugs other than prescription drugs. And I've drank alcohol, but not to the point of getting drunk or being addicted to it. Only small quantities. More than I can count. So, yeah, because I'm old. So I can't count over the so at 21 I've had 10 years of being able to drink legally, and my first drink was when I was 21. And it was a Mike's Hard Lemonade. Yeah, no, right? That's not going to lead to destruction. One Mike's Hard Lemonade ain't going to kill you, right? But if you keep drinking, it could lead to addiction. if you say, oh, that was weak, I need something a little stronger, right? And you just keep having this desire for more and more and more. It's going to lead down to a road of destruction, and I don't recommend it, especially at your age. So do you know that up until the age of 25, if you're younger than the age of 25, your brain is still developing. And drugs and alcohol, they stop your brain from developing. So if you see someone that's 25 and they still act like they're 16, there might be a chance that they were doing drugs when they were in high school, because it stopped their brain, and their brain just stopped developing. And so I don't want that to happen to you guys. I love you too much for that. I don't want you guys to stay kids forever and have to go to like Never Never Land. Boom. All right, that was my joke for the night, but nobody laughed. All right. So we want you to know here at Loft 180, we love you no matter what choices you make. We're here for you. But because we love you, we want you to make the right choices. And that's why we do this. So, thanks everybody for talking while I was talking. That was greatly appreciated. But we're gonna wrap it up here. And just, I say it every time, but nobody listens. Clean up after yourself. Don't leave trash laying around. Don't leave food laying around. Make sure it gets put in the trash can, okay? If you spill something, sweep it up, mop it up, vacuum it up. If you don't know where this stuff is, go find one of us leaders and we'll help you, okay?
Those that just come in, please see Caleb.
Oh yeah, if you just walked in, come see me. All right, thanks.